Welcome back, everybody, to DPFL Darts Season 11 playoffs. We got Peter Kramer and Jason Black on the stream. I'm Nick Sherrod, joined by the one, the only, the Steve McDowell on the mic. We're ready to have a fun night of darts in front of us, aren't we, Steve?
Oh, yeah, I just got done playing, was that 4 days at the Margie or 3 days at the Margie tournament, so I'm looking to critique people instead of my own game. These guys are in trouble.
Well, exactly right. These guys are actually in the playoffs. We are back for another one of these great playoff matches. This is going to be Division 4 we're looking at this time. It's a last 32 matchup here. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Jason Black coming in at number 3 seed and Peter at number 9 seed and Peter at a number 30 seed, or it might be inverted there, but should be an interesting matchup because top 16 and on is where you really start getting into those payouts.
81.
Yeah, but this, level 4, these are the guys that are just learning. So we're guaranteed to see some wacky darts, some wacky takeouts, just because they're new. 45. They're new to playing, and no, but good for them. They stick through it. The amazing part is the money they're going to win, they're going to be incredibly happy with. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, they certainly are going to be. There's some big payouts here, regardless of like the current skill level. So it's really cool to be able to see that. And there's still really competitive darts at this level. Right now, look at this, Peter Kramer. Can you get another one in there?
Oh, right there.
Oh, 140 looks like.
I got to change my other one to 45.
In level 4.
Okay.
Jason's ready to just go nuts right now. He's like, the guy's got a 93 average at level 4.
Oh, it's definitely a good start to the first leg here for Peter. But that's what's cool about like when you look at like Division 4 or Division 3, right? When we look at DPFL, is you get to see these players that maybe they're new in their journey, like you said, or maybe they're like just kind of like always super casual player, whatever else it may be. It's really cool to be able to look at the different kinds of players that really can show their stuff and show their abilities on the board.
Yeah, I mean, again, it all still comes down to the double. I mean, I'm a proven fact. Anybody can score. Hit the double. So, in this sense here, we'll see what he does.
Well, so he keeps throwing me off the where Peter's camera is kind of set up because I'm like kind of like looking at like the 1 or the 18 for the 20. It's kind of the interesting angle of these boards. To be fair, Jason's 10 out of 10. That's a good camera.
Yeah, his is still shooting up a little bit, but yeah, Peter's is definitely definitely a little angled upwards there. But I mean, I guess, but everyone's got their challenging moments. I heard Ryan Brogan was still using his phone. 16. I'm like, come on, man, break down and buy a camera or something. You got a lot of money. You're rich.
You're rich.
So he did. So he went out and got a camera. He didn't want to hear it anymore.
That's fair. That's the best way to do it. As you got to push them into doing it.
You can't play Premiere and still setting up your phone on a stand playing Premiere. Let's be real. That's ridiculous. Come on. You're in Premiere. You got to have the Premiere set up when you're in Premiere. So I think he took enough of my crap and he went and broke that and went and got a camera.
When you're playing at the division where you're playing against people that have their own lines of darts, yeah, I have to agree with that one there.
Yeah, the entire dart hall, dart room, dart everything. And then Brogan's got a camera on the phone in a closet somewhere. So glad he got it fixed up.
You can see Peter.
Although he played. Brogan played at the Margie. So one of the premier guys at DPFL. He played at the Margie and just cleaned house. He did play phenomenal.
That's awesome to see. That's also really cool to like be able to like play in this online league from the comfort of your home, and then all of a sudden be able to go out there and show that end results into a tournament. Right, that's the big difference.
No, he did well. There was another gentleman there. There's a couple gentlemen from DPFL there wearing their DPFL jerseys, their season jerseys. That's cool.
Yeah, that is awesome to see. See the representation, especially like if you're at an event where you're not 100% certain if you're going to see someone you recognize or not, to being like, oh, wait a second. It feels validating. It's like, oh, hey, there you are.
Thank you.
That's what we got here, double 6 coming up.
Let's see a question here. Jacob Wordley saying, "Evening, y'all. Where are Jason and Peter playing out of their houses? But I believe they're both from Florida. I know Peter for sure is like Fort Myers area. But I think Jason's also from Florida. I unfortunately actually don't have that information on me readily available, but I think that's the case. Someone chat can correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm sure Johnny Nolan will be chiming in here quickly. He'll tell you where everybody's at.
Yeah, Tallahassee. Okay, there you go. I had a feeling. I was like, I'm pretty sure he's from Florida. Thank you, Allison. Double trouble on the double six for Peter.
Miss.
Yep. That looks like Steve. It's tough, man. Get down to it. That's when your score, as you can see, his average is coming down because of them doubles. It is crazy.
You can see just staying up at the 20. 132, you commonly will see the bull be utilized. But I have to think, like, when you're playing in the Division 4 range and whatnot, the consistency of scoring is better than going for some of those fancier finish setups. The percentage shot is still the bull, but you have to be comfortable with the shot selection.
Yeah, but you can, with these guys, I would just recommend, once you get below 100, maybe you can start figure out maybe a 3-dart out. But I wouldn't be lining up a $140 or a 160, or a 132 out in Division 4 because you're doing yourself a disservice. Just get down to your 40 or your 32, and then start worrying about it then, because pretty much somewhere along the line you probably got time. That's what I mean. Let's face it. That's why guys and people are in Division 4. They're learning. They're getting better. As they get better, they'll move up. But they should have the ability to have a few rounds at it. If they were just smart playing, just, hey, don't worry about setting up, I got to set up the 170. No, just get down low. You got a better chance of that getting to the win for sure.
Yeah, exactly right. And now I will say in practice, always try to practice the best shots because that's how you do get better and get comfortable hitting them. But in a match, you're absolutely right. In this match, in a top 32, if I'm Peter or Jason, I'm not worried about popping the cork on a champagne shot. I'm worried about scoring 60 points around if I can, or the occasional 50. I'm more worried about that because odds are either one of these guys, as we can see, are taking their first start at double efficiently. So it's about just making sure you get that dart. You get as many on odd shots at a double as possible.
Yeah, I mean, and let's be real. That's the whole gig. When you get down to this, you're playing your opponent. So you're no longer playing to a certain number. You're playing your opponent. So if your opponent's at 300 and you're at a $120, set up your shot. Don't go bull double 10. You know what I mean? do the rhythm. Just hit your fat ones. Get yourself to your out, then get your out going on. Because as you can see, it's going to take you several darts to get it out anyway. It's not going to be as easy to a level 4 person as it would be, a different, obviously level. Like, I'm not sure what he did because he's got 6.
I know.
Why not just go 2 double 2? He goes 3, then he's got to hit 1. I mean,
I wholeheartly agree. He should definitely be splitting in this scenario, but I will also say there's a sense of irony of going miss 3, trip 1.
That's true. Here we go again. Here we got 14. He goes 10.
Yeah, to try to that time he tried to split because he wasn't hitting the double 7. Well, Peter's been hanging and banging on this double 3.
Maybe he was shooting for the 6.
You go.
First start.
Oh, he got it.
Thanks.
Good shot there from Peter. Yeah, I mean, on 14, if you're going to split it, 6 to leave 8 or 10 to leave double 2, I think either way is fine. And actually, at this level, being able to aim at that wire is massive, right? Because no matter what, you have a bigger chance of hitting a number that leaves you a double.
I mean, I guess it all depends who's chiming in, right? Who all's listening. If level 4 people are listening, and then just stay with your numbers till you get down below 100. Once you get down below 100, then you can start figuring out.
45.
I'm in level 2, wasn't level 1. I'm back to level 2. I may whatever my third dart in my hand when I'm in the hundreds, I'll look to see an out just for case I get crazy, take out a 140 or something. But in reality, it all depends where my opponent is. My opponent's sitting at 300. I'm aiming for a triple just to knock it down. I don't care. Again, you're playing your opponent. You don't get any more points for taking out a 136 than you do for taking out a 12. You don't get the same amount of points.
Well,
so
to your point, Steve, the advice
25.
scales, right? So the advice I'd give to Division 4 players is very different than what I would say to a Division 2 than what I would say to a Premier. But the difference is the Premier advice applies to Division 4 in practice scenarios, right? It looks like the scoreboard reset there on us. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. But we'll see if that updates here in a second. But yeah, no. So when you practice, apply that pro advice and practice that. And as your game gets better, you'll be better off later. But you're right. The hang and bang. There you go. Scoreboard got fixed. Hanging and banging and focusing on setups once you get under 100 is way more of a bite-sized task I would recommend for a Division 4 player. And then you build those best practices in practice. There's a strategy applied to the practice board, and then there's a strategy you apply when you're actually in the match.
No, 100%. Yeah, you can practice your outs. You can do the, some people take a number and they go one up or one down and they keep going until they hit them all, or for a certain amount of times. Some people go back to Stephen Bunting on PDC talking about where he just his practice. He didn't practice outs. He practiced his legs. So he says in 15 legs,
41.
the other guy won. So he just plays 15 legs. So as soon as he throws his darts, 15 round, he's done. He just starts over. Longer than 15 darts, he's probably lost the game anyway. So whether it's Division 1, Premier or something, Premier is probably 15,
21.
maybe 16 of the set, that round. But that's another key. It's another way to practice as well, because, it all
66.
about is when it's got nothing to do with nothing. You play your opponent. So if your opponent is struggling, just keep plugging away at him, and you just keep knocking down those fatties or going for those triples. But don't keep sitting there and throwing 13s. That'll kill you.
Yeah, no, exactly right. And the real takeaway of this is the key is practice. That's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you're practicing, you're going to get better. And if you're getting worse while practicing, that's because you're going through a valley and you're about to find another hill, right? That's all it is. And we see that I know so many guys that are Division 4-esque players that have never made a serious attempt, at least in my opinion, to practice. And the practice doesn't always mean Steve Bunting says 15 darts and then if it's over type of thing. I get that for the high level play, but I know some guys that say I practice and all they do is play the bot for one best of 3 and say that's enough. If you want to get better, time on the board is the best way to do it, and doing it through playing games like 121, practicing the grouping game, practicing Bob's 27, like stuff like that, and finding what regiment works for you is what will make you the best player you can be. And then on top of that, just getting as much match and tournament experience as possible.
Well, the good part about that is that, the express leagues for DPFL should be live the beginning of June, same time as season 12. The video just came out for season 12 signups. They should be going on here. If it's not today, it could be tomorrow, but season 12 signups will be starting. So season 12 has a start date of like June 2nd. So that's going to be flying out. But so does all of the express leagues. So like you were talking about, practicing the express leagues again. And again, these leagues also offer closed express leagues, and closed express leagues would be find 8 of your buddies or 16 of your friends, or if you got a 16 league person dart league and you want us to run it, we can close that in as a 16 person, run it for 8 weeks, and simply there you go. And you can pick the day. Again, these are hard leagues. So these are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So if you sign up for an express league on 8:30 on a Monday, every 8:30 on Monday, your league is to be played. So unlike the seasons when you can just make your matches, here it is straight in league. So this will help like Division 4. Then you can play as many of these leagues as you want. And you can, like you said, you can play up. If you want to get better, you want to try to get better. So instead of playing 4, you sign up for
45.
3. Just remember, you can always play up. You just can't play down at DPFL.
Yeah, and a couple great comments in here. Michael Tatkinhorst. I hope I got that right. Says practice with a purpose. Yeah, that's exactly what I was alluding to earlier. Practicing with a purpose is huge. Have a goal, have a certain amount of reps you want to do. Don't go to the gym and just kind of jump between equipment. Know what you're focusing on, what the goal of that visit at the gym is. Not that I've ever been to a gym, but that's what I've been told. And then a couple people in here
a couple times.
Oh yeah. I actually had a membership. I just never went. I told myself that if I had the membership, I'd feel 5% better, and it costs way too much money per month. And then
it's put on your keychain.
I still have one on my keychain for sure. Alan Palmer also saying key to better players knowing your outs and house up. Yeah, knowing is one thing, but you have to be comfortable actually executing that. And the practice, you should practice knowing the optimal routes, but in reality, in your actual match, the correct shot will always be the most comfortable shot. And when you're in the middle of a match, especially a playoff match like this. So I do agree with what you're saying there. We got David saying good luck, Peter. We got Brandon Hudson saying, what do I need for a setup to play this league? So all you need is a steel tip dartboard, and then you need a device that can handle Discord. That will be your, whether it be a laptop with a webcam or an iPad or even a phone, to be able to have on Discord showing the video of the dartboard. And then you need to have another device or another screen on your device to be able to actually score on Dart Connect. So all you need is a dartboard and Discord and Dart Connect.
Yeah, to make it a little simpler, you need a dartboard, you need a tablet that runs Discord, which has a camera, and then you have to have another tablet or something to run your Dart Connect. So that's it. So it's super easy. It really is. That's what I have. I have a tablet that has a stretch arm that's used as my camera, which I go into Discord on the tablet. You go into the dart room, tells you what you see, you got where you're playing, automatically turns your camera on, and you start playing your darts. That's that easy. And then your Dart Connect is just, could be on anything. Could be on your phone, your laptop, anything else. That's where the score comes in. So it is easier than when people make it. It seems like there's a lot going on, but it isn't really that hard. Once you get into Discord and DPFL, it's right there. It tells you where to go. You see what league you're in, points into where you're at, and there you go. But this is playing at home. Again, it is nice playing at home.
Oh, it's a game changer. I thoroughly enjoyed my season. It has just come to an end. I had to actually pull out and forfeit my playoff match just because of some poor timing on my part. So was unfortunate there, but I was happy to be able to play the season and happy to even make it out of the round robin. But yeah, it's really fun to be able to play at home for sure.
Where's he got? He was at 19. 8. Oh, he's going for a double dime. Interesting leaves, these guys. Peter did the Steve McDowell trip 16.
I saw that.
Going for the double 16. He's now my new favorite level 4 player is Peter Kramer, because he did the same thing I did.
Well, now he does get a dart at the green bit. Don't hit the other green bit like Steve.
Yeah, the one side, hit the one on the outside.
16.
Good look at it.
Thanks.
Well, now at 9 left. Yeah.
18. Blech. Blech. I don't know. I can't do that.
Yeah, he went 5 for double 2 there. Peter to get his second leg on the board and a 2-0 lead. It's race to 6 in this Division 4, so it's going to be blink and you miss it.
I had 9 out of 12.
That'd be 21.
Nothing can get past you, Steve.
I know. I'm counting wizard right about now.
Yeah.
Oh, he hit it.
Consider you Owen Binks here.
Hey, well, no, it was like, I was playing this weekend in Margie, and I'm standing there at the line, and there was a female shooting, and you just see them up there, and you see their little fingers moving left and right, Hey, 56.
Oh,
62.
oh
I'm
wait,
just-
I busted on that
Thank
double
you.
11 anyway.
Thank you.
Oh, I didn't see it. Okay, yeah, I see it now.
Wait, 16, 22, 32, 30. Yeah, that's a bonus. I just screwed up all the way.
Some double trouble for the gents so far.
Oh my god.
There took out
He
18
just
a little
went,
too
he
early.
said, screw it. He goes, I'm just going to take it out the easy way. 2 fatties, 18, game over.
Yeah, thanks for
I don't
coming
think
right
that's
there.
how you do it, Jason. Jason, that's not proper steel tip darts. We have to hit the double.
Yeah, he keeps
Yes,
going for
it'll
that
go
5 and
quicker if we
dropping
can
it.
do that.
Really, I on 18, I really think he needs to start considering, 6-6-6, 10 for double 4, like play
Good
that
shot.
6-10 wire. But it looks like,
think?
yeah, Peter got it
You
there,
think?
2-0 lead.
Sure.
You took
Chat right now, leave a comment. What is Steve McDowell's favorite pop song?
Favorite what?
Favorite pop song? What's
Favorite pop
his go to?
song? I'm from the 80s, man.
All right, well, that
Yeah,
hasn't been
remember, I
popping
don't
in a hot minute.
Yeah, I don't know what pop. I mean, I
43.
think it's been my new favorite song.
You got a new favorite? I'm curious. I'm strapped in.
No, man. Where is it? Come on.
Wait a second.
Get out of the way. My wife says, "Oh, see. Here we go."
Wait, why? Don't play it on the stream. We don't have the copyright for this.
You asked me what it was.
The Sounds of Silence remix. Got it. I didn't expect you to put your phone up to the mic. We got to pay like $50 million now.
He wanted to hear it. He wanted to hear it. I mean,
I want to hear that name, not the song.
oh, well, I thought it had a little more spunk to it if we could hear it.
Yeah, that is true. That
I'm
is
not
true.
going to sing it.
Unfortunately, chat was not correct. They tried to guess. Alan Palmer said "Shake It Off." Steve the Swiftie. Vicky Goddard said "Barbie Girl." So, and then Shane said
Steve
"Take
the
My Breath
Swiftie.
Away" by Berlin.
98.
That's close. That's pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie.
Thank you.
Lady in Red. Anyone got part of that? No, I was a big 80s guy.
21.
I have a controversial
old.
opinion on the 80s music, and every time I say it, chat yells at me. So I'm going to leave it to myself today.
No. Good with cheat.
But 80s music's pretty bad.
What are you talking about? No.
Like,
80s,
one of the most overrated decades of music.
40,
well, yeah, because it's a
59.
lot of one-hit wonders. Like a tremendous amount of one-hit wonders.
Yeah. So if you compare like the 70s or the 90s, it's inherently better decades for music.
28.
How about no? I mean, we have Madonna, we have Michael Jackson. I mean, what are you talking about? Bruce Springsteen has some icons. I mean, we have in the 90s, Black Eyed Peas. I mean, what is that? I mean, that's
Nirvana,
nothing.
Weezer, countless others I'm probably not thinking of right now.
Weezer? Did you say Weezer?
Listen,
Weezer.
okay, listen. I might not be
No,
the
the
best
70s
example.
might give you Rolling Stones, stuff like that.
Green
the 90s
Day?
was crap for music.
Green Day was
90s
iconic.
was crap for music.
90s was no. 2010s is crap for
Probably
music.
didn't bring out like La Bouche or something like that.
Oh no. Shane says, name one bad song from the 80s. I could go on. As Will Stewart's also making fun of me for bringing this topic up again.
Zero. The 80s are the stuff. You can stop a room with the 80s, man. They all will sit there and start dancing. Let's go. Oh, except DPFL Live. That's all I play.
80s music?
55.
I'll play 80s music, and then hey, you got Journey,
Overrated.
right? Def Leppard. Did you just say overrated? Oh my!
Like, Don't Stop Believing's a banger,
73.
but overall, let's be real here. Like, let's just be so for real. Like the police.
Why don't you lie to me? I didn't
You're
like
right.
the police. I was never a big Police fan. I don't know why. I just didn't. When I was younger, right? So when I was in middle school, absolutely going the wrong way in life, and definitely going the wrong way in life. Ozzy Osbourne I was a big fan. Van Halen,
All right.
started to dabble in a little Judas Priest, breaking the law, right? Started doing them stupid, listen to that stuff. And I'm like, okay, I can't keep listening to this. I mean, I was then finally slapped my ass into Catholic school, and everything changed. Yeah, everything changed. I even changed the music. I started listening to 80s. I was then, everything switched to them. So now I'm Tears for Fears. Now I'm Madonna. I'm like, oh, thank God, because the other way was not a good way.
Listen, I'm glad that a lot of the chat is getting a lot out of the 80s, but like Depeche Mode and Duran could stay there. U2 could stay there.
What are you talking? Duran was another couple big hits.
Yeah,
I didn't like U2. Not a fan. Not a fan of U2.
I don't know, man. Will said he's never been this mad in his entire life.
People like U2. That's all. Certain people like certain ones, but you can't like all 80s music because it's pretty big wide genres there.
No, there is. It's just imagine every other decade that did those genres better.
You don't have any.
And back to the match. Peter Kramer sitting on 66 here as I'm about to get fired. Apparently, Will's very big on defending U2, by the way.
Oh, he likes U2?
Apparently, he's all caps in the chat right now. We've made Mr. USA Darts himself upset.
Well, he can sit back from the cheap seats. What do we got here?
30 hit, double 18. Oh, right on the wire. That's a great attempt there for Peter Kramer.
Oh no! Good luck. Now where's he at? Where's he at now? Yep. Double 9.
It was
the dreaded double 9.
It was a good route. Just unfortunate that it went inside on that last start. We'll see though, because that was Jason struggling on the double 9. Maybe Peter practices his double 9s.
Yeah, good point.
YouTube account name Steel Tip Dart says, I listen to 80s music while I flex my darts in the board.
Well, at least you don't wiggle them. No, there we go. That was right solid in the fatty. There we go. Okay.
And Peter goes inside, but you know what's better than leaving 18 again? So
yes, yeah, we saw Jason do that several times.
Jason's still 93, not going to be able to get set up. So Peter have an opportunity to be halfway to a win at 3-0. This double 2 goes in.
Yeah, my partner in Steel Tip, Tanya Taylor, she used to leave me and Carl Powers double 2. Not sure why. Not sure why she thought that was a good idea, leaving us double 2. We eventually got good at it because it was just like her pet peeve to leave us a double 2. We're like, are you just, where's the other darts at? Oh, they're high. It's just like, you know how hard it is to hit that double 2? Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Double 2's I've gotten over it, but it was the double that lost me my last youth event I ever got a chance to play, and it was to get on the to go to Connecticut for youth nationals. I'm 12, almost 15 darts at that double, and I was so nervous I couldn't hit it, and ever since then, double 2 and I have always had a little cockeye stare at each other.
Oh, I didn't know that. I gotta remember that. Or play again, you got it. I'll just remind you of that.
Listen, if you ever play me again, I'll have enough darts for doubles. I'm not even worried about it. Peter Kramer up 3-0.
He's outscoring him. He's getting down to doubles before Jason. That's the problem. If Jason can get down there and get a few whacks at it, but he's not getting that opportunity. He's usually just getting about basically one shot at a double before Peter gets down. Before Peter. So again, don't fret out. Just keep concentrating on your scoring. You're never out of these matches. Look at this.
140.
Nice. There you go. You're
There you go.
bang
Nice.
on
I
right
thought
there,
that was a
Steve.
180. I thought we were going Owen Binks
Little
all of a
better
sudden
start.
real quick.
140. Chat right now.
Yeah, so,
I need.
So go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, chat right now. Just say one of your favorite songs, and I'll tell you if it's good or not. I'll let you guys know right now. Thank you.
One of my favorite songs?
No, chat. I'm asking chat. I asked you about a favorite song, and you started playing it on the microphone. So we're not asking you that no more.
Can't you
Yeah,
just
I
tell
know
him
that.
oops or something?
I know that
Oops.
That's how you back that up.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'll
Sorry,
call
we're
Mr. YouTube and
promoting your
Mr.
music.
Facebook.
We're promoting your music. Leave us alone.
Yeah, this is the promotion that the Sounds of Silence remix really was waiting for, was this moment.
So anyway, so we're playing over the weekend, and the one girl I was helping her with her
60.
scoring, and she'd throw like 16. I'd be like 16. She'd come back, look at me. Do you gotta be so loud?
41.
I go, well, I'm just trying to help you. So she hit 100 one round, and I didn't say nothing. And she turns around, looks at me. I'm like, "Well, you want me to announce it?"
That's awesome.
I go, "You got playing against you. I'm not going to root you on for 100."
I went up to a couple gentlemen playing a practice match at India Team Dirt earlier this month, and it's all soft tip there. And I walked right up to the board, and I just acted like I was a referee. 1 mark. 2 mark, but I would also be grabbing their darts out of the board and handing it to them and hitting the button for them as well. I want to go full blown on the button pusher and referee. They got annoyed really quick.
Yeah, that was they had a little small intermittent problem with the internet at the tournament,
26.
and you can always tell people who don't play start. As this one guy just walks in front of all the chalk lines as he's going to fix some problem. He walks in front of 4 boards of people throwing darts, and
Wow.
everyone stops and we're like, he obviously has never played steel tip darts. He could have 4 of them in his head. It's like, what do you do? He didn't even look. He just walking like it was nobody's business. It's like, buddy, these guys point things on them. They'll stick in you. I promise.
Yeah, honestly, if someone ever tries to walk in front of the line when I'm throwing, I make an effort to not stop throwing darts.
Stop it. It was like, okay, where are you going?
Let's see. Shane here says "Close My Eyes Forever" by Ozzy Osbourne and Lita Ford. I actually don't know that Ozzy song, so I don't have it. Apparently Steve approves, so I'll go with Steve on this one.
You want to hear it? I got it on my playlist.
I'm good. Thanks, Steve.
I'm an Ozzy fan, man. Bark at the Moon.
I like Ozzy Osbourne, so I agree with that. That's fair. Jason saying Jesse's Girl or Crazy Little Thing Called Love. Both super repetitive songs, though. I don't know.
He's diehard 80s boy. If you go Jesse's Girl, yep, that's 85, 86. Oh yeah.
Like they're fun, but like some of nowhere near favorite territory for me.
Yeah, like I have on my playlist is 1985 hits, 1984, 1986. But when you get to 87, like Bon Jovi, you lose me there a little bit. I like Bon Jovi, don't get me wrong. But I'm more of the 86, 85, 84, 83.
I just couldn't, man. I just couldn't.
Stop it.
Well, I'm just saying as it is.
Knock it till you try it.
I have.
41.
You listen. I don't think you beat Expert Mode Guitar Hero Rock the 80s, but I certainly did. All right, and that has to count for something.
No, I actually never owned anything called Guitar Hero. that wasn't me. Not my vibe.
Can we also acknowledge here, by the way, Peter has absolutely taken control of this leg, despite being against the darts, and despite Jason starting with a 140, which is normally massive for scoring power in these Division 4 matchups.
Well, that's obviously Peter's just getting more attempts at the double, so Jason, he's either maybe a little nervous or he just needs to, find himself a favorite number. Me personally, trip 19. Trip 19. I don't know. I mean, of course, I played cricket this weekend, and I played Patrick McCleavey in a match. And in the first game, he doesn't close the 19. I look at him, I go, what are you, stupid? What are you doing? Why would you leave that open? The only number left, trip 19. So we get to the second game, they close it on the first round. And we were done. We were done as soon as he closed that number.
36.
Let's see what Peter does here. It's 70 left. Typically, the shot would be trip 10. In this scenario, would probably prefer him just to go like to that 2018s area or 219s. There's single 11. 59 left. Double top on this last start.
I bet you wouldn't have guessed that.
Good luck.
11-19 to get you to your 30.
You know what? I will say,
Me for a
math
loop,
checks
too.
out.
It did. It did. Not sure what was over there for. Well, he could have been. No, I don't know where he was going.
Trip 14,
That's what's
double
killing
14.
Jason. As soon as he gets down. Yeah. Well, that's probably why. No.
That's the only thing I can think of over there on 70.
Where are we at?
Over to double 5. Oh, he tried to split it. Yeah, at least I agree with him trying to split that there with some of the difficulties on the doubles. So I like the shot selection there. But let's see, 76 now, 56 remaining, 16 for double top. We'll get a dart at it. Jason Black to get the first leg on the board for himself.
He's low.
56.
Low.
That's an all right song.
Yeah, I know. I figured you'd like it. Yeah, I knew he was going to say something. We heard that.
1 double 2 now the shot for Peter, and it is going to be a bust. So Jason Black to try to get back in here.
God. Me watching this is like watching my playoff match. I can't do it. I'm having little issues right now. Might open my liquor cabinet. Little liquor cabinet action's about to happen. I keep watching this because it's exactly what I did. Just absolutely darts that make you just go, Get that reference. Things that make you.
I don't know that reference. Things that make you go, I don't know that one.
It's a song, Nick.
Well, there's a song right now. The song of winning from Peter Kramer. 4-0 lead now in this race to 6. That's a pretty massive lead.
Oh, why did he do that? He wiggled it. There's no reason for that. He's up 4-0, and he wiggles it, and he's definitely in the middle of the double 10, and he wiggles the dart. We're gonna put something on the website. No more wiggling to people. You're just making them mad.
It's gonna be okay. Sometimes they just gotta let it wiggle.
He was dead in the middle. There's no reason to wiggle something that's in the middle. Leave it alone.
Yeah, but what if we weren't sure?
I'm sure Jason was running up to the camera. Oh, let me see. Is he in the double 10? No. Probably throwing his dart in the wall because he missed.
45.
It is a tough spot, though, jokes aside, for Jason, right? Because he has to, if Peter wins his throw here, he's going to be at match point, and you have to take 6 straight. It's already a tall task, but I mean, you have to give yourself a heck of a pep talk if you're Jason right now.
I think Jason is definitely nervous, probably being on the stream. He's probably having a rough go at it. That's because, I mean, be shooting down at 37s. He's probably nervous. I mean, Peter's scores like that because he's missed just a tremendous amount of doubles. Just Jason's not getting down to him to even get shoot at him.
11.
Yeah, definitely a lot of left and right there.
Right on cue. It's tough. Hey, man, it's tough playing on stream. You gotta appreciate the guys even trying it, especially a Division 4 match on the stream. It's already hard enough for these guys to play. So I give them all the kudos in the world for coming out to play on this because
85.
Although they don't hear us, they know they're on the stream. You know what I mean? They know it. So still, kudos are both of them trying to play.
Yeah, I mean, and frankly, the difference too is like a lot of them are excited to play, right? They do get some say. We don't try to force anybody unless it's a final type of situation. So it is really cool because you do get a chance to highlight the different personalities, and we are appreciative of anybody that ever graces the live stream, but particularly tonight, Peter and Jason. So thank you guys so much for playing on our stream.
Yeah, it gives us an opportunity to, do what we do. Act like a couple goofs, just commenting on darts.
And music.
Yeah. I've got a whole playlist anytime you're ready, Nick. Anytime.
We might have to make a playlist from the chat here. We also got Jack and Diane. That's all right.
That's early 80s.
8675309. A little too repetitive for me. Crazy Train. Great song. That's a good one.
Wow. Let's bow. Now you're going old Ozzy on me.
76.
CNC Music Factory. I don't know that one. That one I'm not familiar.
You don't know who CNC Music Factory is?
Not a clue. I thought that was like a joke.
I think that's late 80s because you're reminding me of my clubbing days now. We got to stop. You know what I mean? That's the clubbing days. Around 90, 91. You're out there clubbing. You're wearing your Cavaricis, which I know you know what they are.
What is a Cavarici?
Something for you to Google later. It was actually a pair of pants that you would wear dancing.
Cavarici
it was
pants.
Back in the day. It was
clubbing. The pants in
music.
Breakfast Club. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I think I got that.
22.
Who is CNC Music Factory? Stop it.
I was born in 1998, Steve. All right. I'm trying my best here.
98.
Yeah, you were done with your clubbing days by the time I came out of my first club.
That's an absolute fact. That's an absolute fact. Yeah, 98. Yeah, I was pretty much done clubbing. I think I was done clubbing in like 90, 94, 95.
I wasn't even a
twinkle. When I moved to Orlando, started my business. We used to go to that Pleasure Island there at Disney. That was cool. So it's just a whole row of bars and places of music. It was great. All the tourists were there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Peter is just knocking the snot out of the numbers to get down low, and Jason's having a time. Just sometimes it's like that. You're like, man, just fall on a triple for me, would you? Just help me out here.
Yeah, and Peter, I mean, he is coming in as a number 3 seed, right? So he's a tough opponent in this bracket, and Jason had a 30 seed, knew he was going to have work to do, but the task seems very heavy on his mind in this given moment. Next rounds, either one of these guys will either play Michael Tackenhorse or Ryan Chester. I don't know. I messed that up. One of those guys, Ryan or Michael, in the next round for top 16.
85.
Well, that's where you want to do. You got to try to get past these because your money starts doubling, and it start to be pretty significant too. You get top 8, top 4. That's good money. I mean, it is. I like the way it was set up this year. I like the way the guys are making the money, the divisions and all that stuff. So, when we show payouts this season for the different levels, a lot of people they're going to be, wow, just for playing a season, this is what I could win in against my own level of competition. That's what you're looking for. Cause it's significant. It's not like you're winning $300. I mean, you're well over $1,000. Every division winner is over $1,000. It's up there. It's up there. Maybe not the women's because I don't think there's many women that played, but everybody else. And again, in the women, remember women, you guys can play in the level as well. Not only can you play in the women division, but you can also play in the level division. So you actually you go double dip there.
Yeah, Yeah, I know Alan's in the comments here still. Alan, can you send some of the payout breakdown info? I'd love to talk about that on the stream here. And Jason asking a question: how do you qualify to play in a DPFL Dart League? Well, all you need is to get an established average on Dart Connect to be able to play in the leveled play there, or have other kinds of league sets to back up that data. And that's all you need to qualify. Season 12 times are just about to open up, so that was the best time ever to get into it. Jason, DPFLdarts.com to find out more.
Oh, wrong one.
Right on the website, it tells you everything. And if you haven't signed up, if you haven't played a league in a while, or don't have established average, they have live events every night. That's Monday through Friday. They've got different like tournaments that go on. Like there's a live tournament tonight, live tournament tomorrow. So you can just play at home. Literally, you could play at home at whatever level you're in. You play 5 nights a week at home, just playing in tournaments. We get somewhere between 18 and 30 plus people every night in our tournaments. So you're always playing for money, and but you're getting your legs in to establish your average. And then once the express leagues come up, that's really will get their average, get their things, because the seasons is where you're going to make your big money. The other leagues, the express leagues, is where you're going to earn your legs for 2026 live event. So when we get that, once the legs, the season, then it's going to be a big deal to play in these things for the live event of 2026. He needs a little help here. He needs this one.
All three of those starts were great looks there for Jason. There was nothing wrong with that.
Head, and Jason caught him. He slowly came back, and now he's getting a shot. Just got a hit. Needs a little luck too.
Peter's having a lot of trouble with this double 10 right now. So put him at match point if it goes in. But no, it won't happen here. So Jason Black gets another 3 darts of opportunity.
Double 8. Looks good. Oh.
Third dart.
And he's on the board. Jason Black is going to make this interesting here.
Good for him.
Well, and now he gets the darts in the next leg, and when averages are lowered, the getting the start isn't as impactful as like Premier. Having the darts is massive when you're playing consistently at 15 to 18 darts. Those extra 3 can make a huge difference. It's not as much about the extra 3 darts. It's just about getting the statement piece of grabbing that first leg and then being able to rock that momentum going in here.
43.
Be a big confidence booster, I would have to imagine, for Jason Black.
Yeah. We had the Margie tournament. They did a little differently. Not, it's to each his own. I don't do it that way. DPFL will not do it that way, but we will not diddle for after every game. That was just a minor little shit show with diddling after every game. It was crazy to diddle after every game. So if you were playing a team that was a little higher. Every game.
Yeah, not every tournament does it like that, but it's either alternating or diddle every leg. There's very rarely losers start from the tournaments I've been to, at least.
Well, if you just alternate the games, it is what it is. So, if you win and you didn't, we just do alternate. At DPFL, you diddle, and it alternates out till it's over. That's that.
So and that's my preferred
game or not. Yeah, I prefer it too. I'm not saying if you win, the other team goes first. No, by any stretch of it. It's diddle and then alternate and go. No more this, no more that. So, but like I said, every tournament is different. You got to put up with their rules, however they like it. My DPFL Live will be diddle and go, and it alternates from the diddle. That's it.
Alan Palmer here saying Division 4 first place $800 and Division 3 first place $1,600. So lots of money to be won there. A lot of money to be had, and that's just playing your league. You're 60xing your money if you get first. Money. Yeah, that's just first.
800 is just for the first place. The second guy is probably getting a good chunk too. That's great for a Division 4 player to get $800 to win a league. Unheard of, unmatched.
Have you ever won?
Myself on the back. It's incredible. Just how good that is. It's good. It's good for these guys to win this type of money.
And here we go. 1,600 for Division 2 first place and 1,000 for Division 1 first place. Thank you, Alan. Appreciate your help there. Steve, what's the most you've ever won in one event?
In one event?
Yeah. Have you ever had like an $800 payday?
Let me think about that. That'd be no. No, I haven't. No.
Yeah,
No,
me neither. I think I've had like a 500, but I don't know if I ever gotten 800.
I think I won once in Chicago with Teresa Sullivan. We took top 4 in mixed. Oh wow, this is a long time ago. But I think that was my biggest pay. But even then, I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, so it's just cool to be able to have the opportunities to play for this much money, right? I mean, there's only a handful. You and I have always held similar average ranges, at least ever since we started playing against each other and knowing of each other. I mean, my first year going to like TOC, for example, was because I actually filled in for all the matches that you were going out there for. You had to cancel your trip that year. And that's the whole reason Taco and I played at a no cap, and that was brutal out in TOC. Thanks for that, by the way.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
Taco's like, we signed up wrong. I was like, I didn't sign up nothing. Steve did.
No, TOC was you get. I mean, okay money, but you gotta be one of the big guys at that too. That's why the DPFL live event is, if you go look at the payouts for the under 65, which would be these gentlemen here, they get the same a chance to make good payouts in a dart tournament with play the likes of the Leonard Gates, the guys that the Alex Spellmans of the world, David Fathom, those guys, they're all going to be there. So you just don't run into them. You just don't run into them. That's just the way it is. Like, I jumped in the Vegas live ADO tournament when we were out there with DPFL. We were just out there promoting DPFL at the live event, and someone had come by the table and they was like, all right, well, why not? We'll just jump in the doubles, double cricket. And it's amazing how many teams that signed up that had no business of signing up and playing against some teams that were. So, we win our first match and I'm like, oh yeah, feeling good about my darts. And we're playing cricket, which is even worse, right? And I'm like, okay, we wipe them. And then we get the next match and I wipe them. I'm like, man, this is cool. All right, who's our next match? Oh, that would be Jim Widmeyer and Jeff Smith. Well, thanks for coming. That was quick, torturous, and the fastest 2 cricket games I've ever seen 2 people wipe us off a board on. So I'm like, just as you thought you were doing good, you run into a monster team.
51.
You're not going to do that at DPFL Live. You're going to play everybody in your level. That's what you're.
Looking at the tail end of this leg here, it is Peter who missed the double into the double eights. You'll need to hit another one on his return, but we'll see what Jason's going to do. No, it's a single 9, it looks. So 26 scored. Lisa shot double top.
Third dart.
And it's in. Jason Black, 2 on the spin.
Wow.
That's a great check.
Really nice.
And we got a good couple comments in here, so we'll try to catch back up here real quick. Jason saying, how many games do you need for an average? I believe it's not too many to get an established average on Dart Connect, but always reach out to the admins too, because they can help get you sorted if you don't have one as well, and try to figure out which division fits best for you. So always make sure to reach out there.
I think it's 100. I think, no, don't get me wrong, but I think a long time ago the president said it. I think it was 100 legs. I'm not sure if that's the case now. That's just legs. That's not games. Well, I guess it would be games, so to say. So 100 games, but you can do that. You could easily do that in playing in a week time or something of the sort. And even so, don't be fret if you don't have an average. What'll happen is they'll do a background check on you. You had to play somewhere. If you got absolutely nothing, we might put you up a league that you may think you're going to feel you're being, but we would let you play no matter what. I mean, just fact of life. Now, if you tell us you're a 50 average, we may say, okay, well, we can't let you play 3. We'll put you in 2. And then you'll just have to suffer as they did. My one friend, Vince Edwards, felt the pain because he didn't quite have enough legs in
29.
and start. And I think he lost his first matches 0-16. He never won a game for like 5 weeks because they shoved him up in Premier. So he wasn't a Premier
60.
player. So
Yeah, that's but that's something that you kind of have to go through a little bit and find your rate range. For me, I volunteered to do it. I haven't had a league average in years, and so I felt like Division 2 would be where I'd best fit. And considering what I averaged the season, that would be correct. But I ended up playing up to Division 1, and frankly, it made me a better player because of it. And I ended up somehow still making it out of the round robin. So they'll work with you. So make sure to reach out. Again, you can go to Facebook and reach out, or you can go to dpfldarts.com and they'll get you all set up there. And same thing, Andrew Morgan asking, has signings closed for season 11? Yes, but that's because season 12 is about to start. This is the end of season 11 that you're watching. Season 12 starts really soon. When is the start date for season 12? And what's the sign up? Do you know that?
that could possibly be the best question in a long time. When season 11 start? Season 12 starts June 2nd. We're shooting for. So season 12 signups. I saw all the videos. Scott Hanisch sent out a video. So, of course, I boosted it and I put it on my Facebook. So I'm going to assume if we're not ready for something, we're extremely close. So it would be this week's signups will be ready for
60.
season 12. It's all leveled. And like I said, you'll play in your own bracket. And, that's how the payouts go. Right now, we're taking orders for season 12 jerseys. They're really cool. This season 12 jersey is really cool as well. I do like that one for sure. And Scott Hanisch did some designing on that. And the live event shirts will be open to be purchased here shortly as well.
18.
And the live event shirts are phenomenal. They are. Yeah, I like those things. They came out sharp. So our live event jerseys that you can buy them if you're going to live event, or if you just want to purchase
77.
one, they're pretty cool, and you can get them personalized.
Okay.
So they are rocking.
Thank you.
So that's all available on the website. Scott's got all that posted up. So anytime you guys want to go see all that, but yep, season 12 is coming right around the corner. Man, we got with Dark Connect. So Dark Connect loved the idea of the Express League, so they were all putting that work into getting that set up in the month of
26.
May. So we should know sometime in May that's all rock and ready to go. And the Express Leagues are just whenever you want to sign up, right? As soon as we get 8 people, or if you know 8 people, if you got 8 people in a bar. Remember, if you know 8 people in a bar that want to play, you don't need a camera system. All you need is Dark Connect, and you sign up under DPFL league, and you just play in person. So you don't have to have a camera system for DPFL. You can actually play your DPFL match if you have a local bar. Some people like to go to bar and still play, right? I've had enough of that. I've done that for a long time. So just staying at home, a little easier. I like it.
24.
I love it. DPFL doing great stuff as always. And we want to take this moment to shout out our great sponsors of the show, Shot Darts and Florida Commercial Care. Thank you for your continued support. Make sure to look over at
45.
Shot. They always got new, good, shiny darts. Some of my favorites. I actually been throwing some of the, not the current Shot Viking Odins, but the one from the generation prior. It's been my steel tip barrel of choice, and it's actually the barrel I threw the whole season. I always have been, one thing I've loved about Shot Darts has been their barrel designs. I always think they look better. I'm terrible at throwing them,
26,
but man, do they look good.
Yeah, it was weird.
Well, they always say you got to look good to feel good to play good. That's my own when I go golfing. My stuff's got to match. Just like when I go play darts, I got to match. People got to remember, you got to say, they got to tell yourself, is this me? So you look at yourself when you get dressed. Make sure you dress nice. You dress properly so you feel good. So if you feel good, you're going to play good. So remember that. Look good, feel good, play good.
Well, are we going to actually, I've been meaning to ask you this, and might as well do it live on air. Sean, are we doing like a golf competition potentially for DPFL?
Oh, I would love that. Please bring money.
Will got a college sponsorship. That's how he went to college, was through a golf sponsorship, right?
Okay. Tell him to bring extra 100. I don't care. I don't care. No, we can play golf out there. It's got 3 courses at Reunion, so we could definitely make sure he comes early. This way we got something to talk on the live stream about.
Oh, don't worry. I think we'll be coming from the ADO the week before, so I don't think he's going home. So we could actually make it happen. At least you and Will's definitely competition. I just want to drive the cart. I know I'm not in this, for the record. But if anybody just saw that putt-putt video that went out, the pop stroke video for USA Darts, we know that I ain't winning.
Well, we're getting down here at the end. Jason's got 25 here, 14. No, that's not it. That's not it either.
Still having some struggles and busts on that last start.
Bust.
Grant Evans says, me and Scott best ball versus everyone else best ball. And then Scott says, I'll just take him on solo.
Well, I mean, the problem with these guys, they play sober. So what I suggest we do is we'll play a round of golf. Guy with the highest score on every hole drinks a beer before he tees off on the next hole.
I do the same thing, but with Mario Kart and like each lap.
The whole beer, not a sip.
44.
Anybody can play golf sober. All right, Jason, you need a 9.
He's on a 9. Oh, now at an 11. 3 for double 4 is what he's tried to shoot last time. This time we'll get the shot at double 4. Can he open the door? Well, it's better than leaving 25.
17 scored.
He's been there for a couple rounds.
I know. I did that wrong.
You hit a 12. Is it a 3?
I got 21 scored.
21. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bag it up.
Just doing some quick adjustments on the Dart Connect there for him.
There we go.
Thank you.
Yep.
Peter to try to get himself to match point. He's had darts for the last 2 legs now to get to this point. He needs to try to cross that threshold because you want as many opportunities on match point because it's the hardest double to hit out of all of them.
Oh.
For Dart.
Oh,
Nice
he
shot.
does get it to a 5-2 lead.
Hey, you got it.
Jeez.
That's all that matters.
Alan Palmer says Team DPFL versus
Yeah,
Team USA Darts. But like, it's just Will. Sean's all talk, and I am not claiming anything. So I don't know. I don't know if I trust Will to carry us.
I'm pretty sure me and Scott could take a few of you. That's for sure.
I listen. Any other game. I've never played pickleball in my life. I'd beat you guys in pickleball.
41.
I'd bet $100 on that.
That's not a real sport.
Okay, neither is darts, but so we're here. What?
Somebody said a pickleball to me the other day. Pickleball is just people who don't want to run around and play tennis. That's what pickleball is like. No. Be sort of like soft tip darts. It's those who can't play steel tip want to play soft tip. It's easier. I'm sure that's going to make a few people a little upset, but that's just how it works.
Just remember, if you're watching on DPFL, steel is real. If you're watching on USA Darts, we love all darts. Darts is darts.
Did you know, Nick, that over the
11.
weekend I hit a 9 darter?
No way.
It's true. Come up to
9.
me Saturday morning, and she said, "Nice 9 darters, Steve." And I said, "Thank you." And I kept walking, and I'm starting to think,
45.
I'm like, when the hell did I hit a 9 darter? Right. So I'm playing in a match on Friday, and we're diddling for the love of God, and the gentleman wouldn't pull his dart. So I say, "Can you pull your dart?"
30.
And then we'd miss, and then I say, "Can you pull your dart? And can you pull your dart?" And then finally, the guy says, "Stop asking me to pull my dart." and he gets so mad at me, he quits and he walks off. Well, I was winning 2-1. So Ryan Brogan goes up because we have to move it along. Apparently, there's no forfeit button in Dart Connect, so he punches in a 180, a 180, and a 141. So he gives me the 9-darter. And I have people congratulating me Saturday on my 9-darter. And I'm like, I don't quite remember hitting a 9-dart. I know I drank a lot, but I don't remember. I had to Uber home. So
you're like, I would have remembered this.
Yeah, I could have been celebrating. I don't remember.
That is good. I was like, you hit a 9. I feel like this would have came up way earlier than an hour and 10 minutes into our stream.
Then the other funny part of the whole story was that, so Ryan was already in the king seat and I didn't know where I was. I was just playing singles at their tournament 61. Friday night. So apparently I get done and I beat this last gentleman, and Brogan's standing there. He goes, "Hey man, you want to chop?" And I'm like, I guess if I ever get there. He goes, "You're in the finals." I'm like, didn't know that. So when they go ahead and score it, apparently they score me winning because you can't chop it on. So it shows me being the pro singles champion. So everybody the next day is coming up to me and saying, "Hey, good job, Steve. Win the pro singles." I'm like, I even saw it on Facebook. I'm like, when the hell did I win pro singles?
I like how you just kept winning stuff and
when
doing
did I
stuff.
win the pro single? So I'm winning the pro singles with a 9-darter, and Brogan finally shows up Saturday. He's like, "Hey man, what the hell happened?" I go, I didn't score it. You did.
Well, congrats on your big win at 9-darter.
I know. I am the pro singles champion with the 9-darter, and I wanted to shout out to Ryan Brogan. Thank you for playing. Thanks for coming. Good try.
That's what happens when you mess with the bus driver. You take a detour and somehow still hit a 9.
Wait, 2.
Was it really? He said good 9-darter. I was like, what the hell's he talking about? I did a 9-darter.
Great and Scott.
First off, I don't even shoot at the trip 20. I shoot to 19. There's no chance.
85.
Great and Scott say that there is a forfeit button, which is even funnier that you have a 9-darter now. Like, it could have been avoided. Nah, we just want the people to know. This is a Division 2 player hitting a 9-darter and winning pro singles.
Of course, I didn't think about it. Brogan's going, yeah, it's going to screw your average, though. I didn't think about that.
71.
Ryan Brogan commenting, "My pleasure. Honored to witness your 9-darter in person."
He had a big hand in it.
Yeah, for sure. It's always those around you, the support system, that really leads to results, right? That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
Couldn't get 3 of them in there.
Good 109 there for Jason, by the way. Gets out down to 86, puts pressure on Peter. He's trying to get some darts for match doubles.
Not gonna lie, it's harder to see these gentlemen's boards.
Yeah, it's definitely, and I will say, Discord does look a little bit better, especially in general, because we have to make sure the board kind of fits in the frame and looks a little bit nicer, and we try to stretch it out to be a little bit easier to see. But overall, I would say the board is, if you guys were like actually playing these matches, they look a little bit better on Discord than they actually do inside our streaming here. Grant Evans says your comp card will always say best leg 9 darts now.
I knew it.
54 scored.
That's just, Ryan challenging me. He's making me a better dart player.
That he really does put the bro in Brogan. I'll tell you that much. Oh, one for the 25 to leave 40. I like the shot at it. Ryan said, I had the opposite experience. I came in Saturday and everyone asked why I got my ass handed to me by Steve in the finals. And then Ryan says, I said, when the hell did I play Steve in the finals?
26, 43.
Jason Black trying to save the match right now.
He needs it. Oh.
He's all over it.
I was waiting for the marker comment from you. Waiting for the marker comment from you.
Marker darts are a thing. I don't know how else to break this to you.
I think they're missed starts you ricochet your crap off of. That's all it is.
That's what
It's
a
not.
marker is. Yes, we fundamentally
Okay,
agree.
Hold on. We're that good. We can throw it to where we miss and then bounce off of it. Is that it?
Yeah. I do. I don't know as a Division I player it comes up. Is that in? No, it was inside.
Good look at it.
Thanks.
He's right on the wire. As Carl Pyro would say. Wire. Wired it.
88.
Okay, go on.
Doesn't
16.
go. Peter Kramer. He's already missed a couple darts of double now for the match. Double 2. It's not really a good marker dart.
There it is. There's your marker.
I did that one on purpose. If it makes a difference.
A little outside. So I'm saying there's no such thing. Marker is not a. I don't know why they called it marker.
Listen, when you're on with Will the next few Tuesdays, I'll have him explain. Ask him what a marker dart is.
Oh my gosh.
I've already told you what a marker dart is. It's a crap dart that didn't go in that you just happen to throw against. It's not a marker. It should be called a crappy dart that got in your way. That's all.
No.
Because what happens if it's in your way when you're throwing for it?
Then it's not a marker dart. Marker darts are good guides. You watch the PDC. You know this. Is that in?
Second dart.
Yep.
Second
Good
dart.
shot. Good
Oh,
shot.
wiggle,
There it
do the wiggle.
is.
There it is.
Thank you.
So we even got the wiggle out of him.
That one it was
Playing.
right on the wire. I'm not mad about that wiggle.
He's
All
not
right.
shooting with you.
Yeah, good
That
match.
was the match.
All right, we're going to talk with these guys real quick.
Couldn't pull it together.
That was some good shooting, guys. Peter, you started off with that 4-0 jump. How'd you feel coming off those first 4 legs?
I felt pretty good, even though I was scrapping most of the way. Yeah, sometimes my outs were on, sometimes they were off. I could never really get scoring to where I know I can. But yeah, I felt good after 4-0, and then yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah, you did good overall, usually getting, at least early on the match, getting those first looks at doubles. Jason, on the other hand, once you got that first leg in the board, you started rocking some momentum. What was your mentality there once a lot of people, when they're facing 4-0 down, a race of 6 kind of fold, you did the opposite. What were you thinking in those moments?
Just that I had to throw better than what I was. Just more consistency.
And
I shot well. I just overall I could not get my outs as fast as I wanted to.
yeah, I mean, you guys were neck and neck. 40.81 for Peter, 40.29 for you, Jason. So, I mean, neck and neck average. And Peter, what's your aspirations for the rest of the playoffs here now that you're into the last 16?
I don't know. I can rest a little easier because I'm in the money now. But now it's not all about the money. But I don't know. It feels good to get one under my belt, and hopefully we'll continue that trend.
Well, we wish you nothing but the best of luck with the rest of your run here, Peter and Jason. Thanks for putting on a good show for us and, having a great season 11, getting to the playoffs, and hopefully looking forward to seeing you again next season as well. To both of you gentlemen.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks a lot.
All right.
Take care, Jason.
See you, Pete.
All righty, Steve. Well, that will do it for us here for our coverage of this Division 4 playoff match. Any final thoughts you have here?
I mean, that was a good match for those guys. I mean, Division 4, you could tell it's the doubles for those guys. So obviously, if you can see a Division 4, that should just let you know, right? You're never out of any of the games, any of the legs. So don't, just because someone head down, keep pounding on the number you like, get down to your double, and again, practice your doubles. Is practice. That's what it comes down to, So once you can get your practice down, it does help. That was a good match, though.
Well, folks, we're going to take a quick moment here to hear from our sponsors. We will not be live next Tuesday, the 6th, as Will has a tonsillectomy and I will be out of town. But starting back again Tuesday, the 13th, we will be live again, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure to tune in. And thank you all for tuning in tonight. We hope you all have a good night, everybody, and thanks for coming.
New shot launch steel tip action on the 4th generation Bandit board, adding the one-piece flight deck system to all steel tip barrels as well. I'll be throwing 23-gram weight everything, starting with the Celt Tornos, followed by Roman Empire Juno, and finally the Celt Valor Dart. God, I love the steel tip version even more. It's longer and more torpedo-y than the soft tip. We've got a straight barrel now with evenly distributed weight. I'm going to use that King Crown milling as my grip reference. Shot calls that gnarly rear section vessel grip, I believe. It's unmatched by anything I've felt before, honestly. 83 scored. Next up, we've got the Celt Valor Bomber Dart. This is the hardest change-up for me because it's front-weighted, so that means I have to hold in the max diameter. Yeah, good pick. Oh my gosh, guys. New darts, new Bandit dartboard, and new flight deck colors. Go ham.